Hello everyone, Unimeme here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a couple of things. So I have an update to my Traptrix profile that I put out a couple of days ago, and I have a replay that shows what you should be ending on turn 1, and that you can do it even if your opponent interrupts you. So for the update to this, I changed around the trap ratios slightly. I have 2 Torrential, 3 Trap Hole Nightmare, 2 Floodgate, 2 Network, 3 Trap Trick, 3 Gravediggers, 2 Judgment, and an Imperial Order. It's mostly the same, but there are a few changes. I don't remember what I was running in the old profile off the top of my head. If you guys want to go back at the other one and compare and contrast, you can. For the new additions, I have 2 copies of Parallel Exceed and 2 copies of Shade Brigandine. This basically just makes it to where if you open up a Traptrix name plus Exceed or Shade Brig, you're guaranteed to end on Sarah, Rafflesia, and BACKROW, which is a really good setup turn 1. In the extra deck, I also was very, very bad, and I didn't read Downard. Didn't realize that you could only slap Downard on top of rank 3s or lower, and I only play rank 4s. So I cut Downard for Dugaris just because it's a good turn 3 generic rank 4 for drawing cards or going in for OTKs, since Traptrix has a lot of trouble putting damage on the board. But yeah, that's really all the changes I've made to the profile. I've liked how it's performed so far going first. Going second is a bit of an issue, but I don't really own any big board breaker cards like Lightning Storm. I could put in a Raigeki, but we'll see. We're still working everything out. And let's hop into the replay. I believe it was this one. So this is a little bit of a quicker game versus Salamangreat, but this is just going to be a shorter video showing the basic combo lines and how you should be playing your hands and playing into your opponent's interruption, or your opponent's turns as well. So, activate Remelio, obviously one of the best starters in the deck because it gets you back row, so you're able to loop Sarah or proc Sarah on your turn. Ashing the Remelio is not a big deal since we do have a Link 1. Our opponent probably doesn't know that, but through an Ash we're still able to end on full combo. Link into Sarah, set Shade Brig, activate Shade Brigandine. They're gonna chain Maxi. So 3 cards in hand. If I want to end on Rafflesia, I'm gonna give them 1 draw, another draw for the Sarah special summon, and then a 3rd draw for the Rafflesia summon. But I also have whatever I'm setting off of Sarah. Trap Trick Gravediggers Maxi. Go ahead and draw your 3. This is fine, honestly. So, we'll get a draw off the Shade Brigandine. We'll activate Sarah. Special Mantis. Thinking about it, watching this back and everything, what I could have done just to get extra back row, I could have set the Gravediggers, since it's the less important of the 2, and activated Mantis effect, not setting the Traptrix since that part of the effect is optional. That way I could have gotten an extra back row off of activating Sarah. But you live and you learn. This is still 2 points of interaction and like a Torrential Tribute plus a Floodgate. A lot of decks will have trouble playing through this without board breakers. Alright, he'll start with a Circle, get a Gazelle, and then Signet, for Spinny. Gazelle, we're gonna chain Max C here, because, you know, getting a draw is good. They'll chain the second Ash, and I'll chain Gravediggers to negate the Ash, because I'm already low on cards, and I want the Max C to resolve, so I can pick back up at advantage. But I mean, just for summoning the Gazelle, he went from 7 cards in hand to 4. Then since I activated Gravediggers, I can activate Sarah. They'll chain Foul. And it's also a good thing that I went for the hard set Gravediggers instead of the Rafflesia, because with Foul he'd be able to pop a BACKROW, and if he hits the Gravediggers, then it does nothing, but since he has to hit the Traptrix, I can just chain the Traptrix and go into something else. Then Sarah will special Dionea. And I didn't know that Dionea can miss timing. But it is a win this card is special summoned. So I didn't know Dionea would miss timing, but it missed timing after that chain. So that's another thing you'll have to keep out for. Or keep a lookout for whenever you're playing this deck. But yeah, so he went from 7 cards in hand to 2 to end on Foul Gazelle. Very cool. I don't know why he didn't go into a Link Monster. Maybe because I had TT on field and he knew that, so he didn't want to commit that hard, which is fair. Opening pot is crazy. So we're going to normal Dionea, get Mermelio to pop his spell trap, and then I'll chain block that with Sarah. Gazelle, or not Gazelle, Circle is no big deal, he just gets to add something. So we'll add Foxy, alright, that's fine. Sarah will activate getting a Trap Hole Nightmare, and Mermelio will pop that. Then we'll go into Alamaris here, yeah. So Alamaris punch into Foul. I don't really care about the Gazelle being on field since I still have TT. And we're gonna go into Kalaria here, because I want to recur my my Trap Hole Nightmare. Plus anything else I may get off of this pot. Traptrix isn't too bad, because I can still use the Kalaria effect on what I get from the Traptrix. And, you know, Traptrix has the flexibility of being anything in my deck. That I have at least 2 copies of, I suppose. So we'll see what he does here. I should have chained the Max C to this Falco, but I'm bad at video games. So we'll use the Max C on Resolution, and he does a really smart play here. He gets Balancer Lord instead of, you know, whatever he would have usually gotten, like a Gazelle or something, off of this Signet Mining, because it's 2 normal summons if I don't interrupt the Balancer, so it plays around Max C really well. So that was a really good play on his part. But I'm going to Torrential on the normal, so he can't activate the effect to get the second one. And then I'll activate Alamaris, getting the Falco, just in case he has like a Reborn or something, it limits his options. Then Gazelle will fizzle because of the Rafflesia, using Gravediggers, and then Alamaris will give me Falco. And this is a funny play, so he activates Will, and it's a special summon from hand or grave. So I'm like, okay, if you don't have a Salad in hand, this will force you to summon from grave. So I'm going to Traptrix for Network, and if he summons from grave, I get to banish it face down. So then Will summons the Foul from grave, on res, network banish it face down, Kularia to reset it. And he scoops. So yeah, once this deck gets going, it can really run over people. My only issue is I don't like the Eldritch matchup currently, and there's a lot of Eldritch running around. So, we'll see. With more playtime, maybe I can start to pick up some wins against Lich. But, regardless, thank you guys for tuning in. My socials and everything, plus my Master Duel code, will be in the description below if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, or Master Duel. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.